What's up, everybody? Welcome to the final episode of the Lion Song, guys. I've really enjoyed this game so far. Seems like I can't get through an episode without something happening to me. Freaking episode 3, I had the Amazon man come by and drop off a package and disturbed me and messed up my green screen. It was like off for more than half of the freaking video in a corner, and that I'm a perfectionist, so that annoyed the hell out of me. And I didn't know that it was messed up because I had the screen, the game full screen. So hopefully this time we don't have any distractions, but we'll figure it out when we get there. Nothing's perfect anyway, right? Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for being here. Leave a like, leave a comment down below. I tend to respond to every single one that I can, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. So let's get into this episode 4 closure. And I will say this, it seems like after every episode they tend to increase in time. So I don't know how much this one's going to take. The last one took quite a bit longer than I was anticipating. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We're along for the ride. Alright, so we're in Wiener. Yeah, Wiener. Wiener train station. Wiener Neustadt. I think that's what it's called. Let's just board the train. It's time. That's the only thing that I'm starting to realize, is that games that are not so popular don't have a whole lot of voice acting. So I'm having to talk a lot. What was my compartment again? Where is my blasted ticket? What compartment did it say? Was it a 9? I must be in the wrong car. Okay. Really, you can't check your briefcase? Is this... Oh, excuse me. Okay, if it's not a 9, it's probably a 6. We're just gonna keep on going. Let's try 6. Oh. That was a 6, not a 9. Told you. This is the right compartment. Is this seat taken? How far are you going? All the way to the end of the line. Aren't we all? Okay, The Lion Song, Episode 4, Closure. So it's definitely given us the title screen much sooner than the other ones did. What? Oof, ouch. What happened? Oh, everything fell out. Oh, I was like, are they... I think this book fell out of your luggage. Oh, thanks. I believe this is yours. Thank you. Yours? Might as well pick up everything, bro. A photograph. A photograph of a few students. Oh, it's the math teacher, and then the guy, and then students, right? He must have dropped it. Your photograph? Oh, yes. Thank you. It says student. Okay. Let's go with the gentleman. Excuse me. Is there any news? No front page. Only local news. Only local news. Okay. Anything about Vienna? There's an article about an exhibition opening. Oh, that's the artist, Franz Markert, the portrait artist. Portrait artist, you call him. How about the genius? The shooting star. Okay. His art has so much truth to it. Markert's new famous professor refocuses research. Okay, a former professor at the mathematics faculty at the University of Vienna. Zoller, the mathematician? Yes, that's what it says. Okay, cabin to repeat success concert at the Music Verein. A concert at the Music Verein. Arthur Cabin. An Arthur Cabin musical production. Yes. Do you know him? I met him once. He came to our village. Okay. So then that's it, right? So put away newspaper. Excuse me. Franz Markert. You know him? Yes, I know him. And his work. Quite well, as a matter of fact. Although we've never met. Who was this guy? Is he the paint shop person or what? Inspiration? What? A few months ago. This copy is coming along nicely. Oh, so he's like a reproduction artist. Greta is showing my latest portrait this evening at the salon. I'm very proud of you. I'm just going to carry on as if they're not even coming. A tough subject, as you'll see. I'm sure you captured him or her admirably. Markert himself and another exhibition? More work for you, Paul, old fellow. So his name's Paul. Thank you for inviting me, Markert. Hold it right there. What? So, is he reproducing art so that he can sell it as original? He's right behind me. I need to hide somewhere. You won't escape this time. Uh-oh. Stop, Weber. Oh, crap. I'm actually, like, clicking to move him. Sir? You dropped your painting. How can this be? Hold it right there. You keep it. What is it? It's one of mine. Stop, Weber. This is a misunderstanding. Nicole? Oh. Have you seen a little girl? She's running away again. She can't be running from you, given how everyone must be attracted to you. Excuse me? You're beautiful. Sir, I asked you about a little girl. Nicole. Ah, so it was your gorgeous voice, echoing through the street, calling me here to you. I take it your name is Nicole, then, as well? My dear, you can call me whatever you desire. What I desire is for you to tell me whether you've seen Nicole or not. You, daredevil, Romeo, man of your dreams, man of my nightmares, more like. Now that you mention it, I did see a little girl. Which direction did she go? I could tell you. But promise I'll meet you again. Ugh. Halt. Oh. Remember me. He's right behind me. You cannot escape. They're blocking my way. Don't worry, officer, I can't run away. You got me. What am I supposed to do with that? Don't you dare move. Climb the fence. Nice. I encountered the Markerts often, but I was beneath their interest. I was invisible to them. Probably because I'm not a very outgoing person. I decided that should change. So you're a street artist. You copy famous paintings for the tourists. Something like that. Marquardt's early works weren't as sophisticated as his later portraits. It feels as if he were running... Oh, where the hell did I get running? It feels as if he were an overnight sensation. I like to think the people around him, his patron Greta Lonizak, and even I, in my own small way, helped him evolve so quickly. God, this font messes me up sometimes. We were never formally introduced, but I made my presence felt. A few weeks ago. I wonder, is this the right place? Oh, there's Marquardt. Can that be Lonizak, the critic? Of course that is Fraulein Lonizak. Everyone knows her. You oaf. What did you call me? Who's that person? A failed artist? Or a beggar? Maybe both. Is that Wilma Dorfel? Certainly accompanied by her mentor, Professor Kaman. Over there, Gustav Klimt. Yes, this is definitely the place. Such a distinguished audience. Ugh, dressed like this? I'll stand out like a donkey among racehorses. I need a disguise. Clothes make the man. I don't think anyone would mind me borrowing that jacket. Okay. Who is that? He certainly does not belong in here. Okay. Napkins? One of these might serve as a stylish scarf. There. Almost couture. Okay, I don't see anything else that we can... Him again? Ugh, riffraff. I should also get a glass of wine. Well, I tried to grab it. Where is it? Excuse me. I seem to have misplaced my glass. Here you go, Miner. Cheers. Oh, well, we just get it from him. Okay. I should try to blend in by talking to some of the guests. Maybe someone knows who his latest subject is. Talk to Klimt. Herr Klimt, yes. How do you know Franz Marquardt? Well, I discovered him. Were you not here when I introduced him? I'm afraid my aunt was terribly sick that day. I'm sorry to hear that. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And yours, Herr Weber. Paul Weber. Ah, yes. Do you know who Marquardt's latest subject is? He wouldn't tell me. But we shall see in a few moments, won't we? Please excuse me. Okay, talk to her. Good evening. Madame. Good evening. Do I know you from somewhere? You don't remember me? I'm terribly sorry, but I can't recall your face. I'm sorry. I can't seem to remember where we met either. Well, if you do, please enlighten me. I need to find out more about Fraulein Lonizak. Watch the unveiling. Start anytime soon. No. Okay. So we have to... I don't know. Maybe we talk to the waiter? Waiter. More wine. Yes, please. So I'm wondering if we have to, like, go out to the other thing. You happen to know something about the guests here. What would you like to know? What is she like? She's a genius if I ever saw one. Painting is easy. What? But distinguishing art from the mundane, I'm not sure I quite agree. And real from fake, that is hard. Well, if you put it that way, some imitations are indeed quite good. What? You have missed my point entirely. Never mind. Interesting about Markert. I'm afraid the answer to that request is no. Do you often work at events like these? Yes, when I'm not serving at the cafe. I try to focus on events of cultural significance. How can you tell what's culturally significant? Oh, you must be joking. Just look at the people that are gathered here. The creme de la creme of Vienna. The last time I saw them all in one place was when I waited tables at Herr Klimt's birthday. Ah, interesting. It is, isn't it? Well, thank you. Klimt's birthday. Fraulein Lonizak must have been there as well. So that's where we met. You again. Did you remember where we met? We met at Gustav's birthday party. Oh, there were so many there. You must excuse my hazy memory. It's no trouble. What did you want to speak to me about? What about? Markert's just between the two of us. Do you know who his latest subject is? You will see soon enough, will you not? Nevertheless, from what I hear, he or she was a challenging subject. I can tell you that it's someone he was quite familiar with. Oh, most interesting. Was there anything else? Tell me about who Markert will be paint next. He has been toying with the idea of visiting Berlin. He hasn't, or has he now? To gain a much-needed change in perspective, yes. Was there anything else? Tell me about what you've been doing today. Oh. A rather personal question, wouldn't you say? I'm sorry, it's just that I so look forward to your critiques. Uh-huh. Well, I'll leave you be. Excuse me. Okay, so is that enough? Are we done? They think they're about to start. Keep painting, Markert. We can make a fortune together. You are an art dealer. I sell paintings. Yes. Here is my card. I am always pleased to welcome new patrons. Yes, and I've sold a couple of yours already, Herr Klimt. Wow, so this guy is a real, double timer. Since none of us know what tomorrow may bring, I may as well confirm what you already suspect. I am a forger. That's the word I was looking for. You copy an artist's work, then sell it as an original? Only fine art understand. There's so much dreck on display these days. I copy only the best. You've copied more than one Markert, I take it? How could I not? Markert was a dream come true. I copied several of his earliest works, then sold them to rich tourists who know no better. But... But tourists are in short supply these days? True. But no, I recognized a problem. My mistake. What were you going to say? He outgrew both himself and, unfortunately, me. Ladies and gentlemen, please gather around. It is time for the unveiling of Franz's latest work. Who will it be? Any ideas? His subjects are from all classes, all walks of life. It's impossible to know. I hope it's a man. It said he has affairs with all his female models. What you mean is you hope he paints you. Well, of course I would be honored. Oh, it's the grandpa, right? It's what we chose in the end of his episode. I knew at once there was no way I could copy that. Have you seen his most recent paintings? Yes. His work has turned darker of late, as if the light were going out of the world. "321 kilometers to go." Okay. Farm boy. I'll leave him for last. Excuse me. Yes. What brings you on this train today? Same as you, I bet. Excuse me. That photo. Who are the people next to you? That's Professor Reknizek and her class. Her? The first woman lecturer in mathematics at the university. That's me in the front there. She was one of the best lecturers I had at the university. I remember her duel with Zoller. I wouldn't have been so lenient with him. They worked together afterwards? Yes, for a while. But his sister died of tuberculosis soon after the duel. He became a prominent supporter of tuberculosis research. I had no idea. Professor Reknizek was funny too. She always managed to make us understand highly complex concepts. She told great jokes too. About a year ago. That way the change can be maintained. Forming a new state over time. Theodore, did you understand what we just heard? You didn't pay attention again, did you? No, I did, but it was far easier to follow Professor Nenner's lessons. Oh, don't pretend. Professor Reknizek is an exceptional teacher even as a substitute. Look here, it's easy. Explain the lesson. Look here. Oh, crap. Do I really have to do all this? See? It's easy. I don't think that's what she meant. What? Oh, wait. No, that's wrong. Okay. But again, how would I have known that it was... I don't know. I don't know which one it wants me to do. I guess that was right. I heard music. The destination of the secondary change is the inverse function of change. What? Imagine a dog that really needs to pee. Okay. What? Just listen for a second, would you? If the dog pees, the liquid will be gone. That's genius. Oh, for crying out loud. I wasn't finished, you blockhead. Oh, right. Go on. So, Reknizek's theory basically asks a question. Can the amount of liquid change, but stay the same? And the question is answered by the secondary change. If the dog drinks water while peeing, the amount of liquid would stay the same, hence forming a new state over time, a Reknizek state. I think your explanation is all wet. I give you higher mathematics, you give me puns. Why are you being stupid about it? Oh. Well, I'm just here for the jokes. And that is what separates us from other sciences. We are looking beyond how something appears. We look for a deeper truth about the world, in everything it is and everything it could be. That reminds me of a joke. A theologian, a physicist, and a mathematician watched 3 people go into an empty room. After a while, 5 people exit the room. The theologian exclaims, "It's a miracle." The physicist scoffs. Clearly there's been a measuring error. Finally, the mathematician proclaims, If another two go in, no one would be in the room. What? I was gonna say, I don't get that one either. It makes no sense. I confess I don't understand either. Maybe not. But she did change a lot at the university. I remember when my cousin wanted to study physics. Many months ago. May I help you, sir? I'm here to speak to a member of the Radius. Are you indeed? They are a private gathering and are not to be disturbed, especially by a student. Fine. Then I would like to use the lavatory, if that is all right with you. Surely not. I will not be fooled again. Ugh. It's very important that I see the Radius. Young man, you are not getting in that room unless you pass a test. I've had some bad experiences in the past. Very well. What is your test? Tell me the names of 3 members of the Radius. Professor Worm. Correct. Professor Rausch. Correct. And it's technically not Shell. It's probably Wilhelm. What? His Majesty? Kaiser Wilhelm? Really? You're a remarkably stupid young man. Professor Shell. Incorrect. There is no Professor Shell in the Radius, I told you. Of course there is. That's who I want to see. There is no one by that name in the Radius. Good day. Wait. Oh. I meant, of course, Professor Reknizek. How could you forget Miss Emma? I don't know. She is the heart and soul of the Radius. Lovely woman. Well, may I enter now? No. What? Why not? I passed your test. Well, perhaps. But no, you called Fraulein Emma by the wrong name, so you mustn't know her very well. Which means I will not let you enter the Radius. Please leave now. Ugh. What's wrong? Can't you find the door? Fine, I won't bother the Radius. But I am hungry and thirsty. I would like a seat. You would not send away a paying customer, would you? Of course not. Thomas? Could you show the gentleman to a table? And do keep an eye on him. Certainly. Follow me, Mynheer. Here we are. Take a seat, I will be right back. Huh. I don't think so. Now I just need to get past him and into the Radius. So am I controlling this? Hold it right there. You are not allowed in there. Damn it. Really? Am I gonna have to do this all over again? Do I use the toilet door? I don't need to go to the toilets right now. Should avoid drinking too much coffee though. Do I wait till he's out of frame? Okay. Do I go into the kitchen? What do I do? Cakes. I could order one. Maybe that would distract the waiter. Excuse me. Yes. I'd like to order a cake. Certainly. What would you like? Piece of Sachertorte, please. Right away. The Radius. Finally. There we go. Okay. And who do we have here? Oh, I do believe that's one of my students. Theodore, isn't it? That's right, Professor Reknizek. Well, come on in. What can we do for you? Theodore, it is good to see you. I apologize for bursting in on you like this. What can I help you with? I have a favor to ask of you. Oh? I have a cousin who wants to study physics at the university. Bravo, but why come to me? Maria is a girl. A woman. Almost a woman. Ah, then I understand all too well. Is she bright? Like the sun at midday? She wants to follow in the path of Marie Curie. Bright and ambitious, then. Please tell her to come talk to me. I promise I will do whatever I can to see that she is allowed to enroll. Thank you, Professor. Thank you. Alright. So then that should be it, right? Professor Reknisik's vote was all it took. The faculty would grumble and wave their arms as usual, but in the end the professor almost always prevailed. Maria was allowed to enroll. She was an actual professor? Not officially, no. But that's what the students called her, and even some of the faculty members. A remarkable woman. I remember when she was leaving the university to write this book. Several months ago. Professor, why must you go to Manchester? Because my students all need so much attention. Where would I find the time to write my book? Well, I for one don't want to accept this change. I'll miss you. I will miss you all too. We need something to remember you by. I would have thought the mark I gave you on your last exam would be enough, Richard. Something to remember her by. How about a photograph? Oh, a photographer. We should take a picture. However, that man is currently talking to the photographer. Pardon me. Excuse me. He doesn't seem to hear me. Talk to the young boy. Hello, boy. Good morning. Could you and your father move? He's busy. I can see that, but I really need to talk to that gentleman. That's a photographer. Yes. You'll have to wait. Just like me. Wait and wait and wait, and I get it. Can you help me? I'm bored. If you get me something to play with, maybe I'll help you. I don't suppose you like vegetables. Ugh, no. You can just wait, you know. That's apparently what good boys do. I think Lucas has something that might entertain the boy. Never mind. Bye. Okay, there's Lucas. Okay. Lucas? Yes? Can I have some of those snap bags? I don't want to cause a riot. There are always police patrolling. Don't worry, it'll be fine. What do you want them for? It's complicated, but I don't need many. Maybe just 5? Alright, but I don't have a lot more after that. Thank you. Be careful with them, alright? Of course. Hello, boy. Here, I have something for you. What are they? If you throw them on the ground, they go... boosh. Ooh, gimme, gimme, gimme. But you should only throw one at a time. Where did you get that? That's enough. Let's go. Well, did not go as I hoped, but at least no riot. And now I can talk to the photographer. Excuse me. Yes? Could you take a group picture of me and my friends over there? Of course. Just gather everyone together in front of the camera. Professor, a photographer. How about a picture? Perfect. A secondary change to maintain the state we're in right now. I wonder if everything will change now. "104 kilometers left. Okay, so now we have to talk to the last person, which is the farm boy. Wait. Excuse me. Yes? What brings you on this train today? Me? My family. I'll be sending them money. That's very noble of you. I'm finally able to help support them. Do you play the harmonica only or polish it? Do you know any other songs? I know one I could try. He's the brother of the violinist from the first one, right? I know that piece. The Lion Song. Wilma Dorful composed it. I know it as well. It's a classic. And you couldn't walk across the university without hearing someone rehearsing it in the music school or humming it on the way to class. She's my sister. Oh, right, and Mozart's my uncle. I can usually tell when someone is lying to me. I think your friend here speaks the truth. Nonsense. Look at his clothes. A farmer's idea of dressing well. Tell us about your sister. Wilma didn't always live in Vienna. She grew up on a farm with Mama, Papa, and me. But one night, that all changed. Tell us. A few years ago. Well played, big sister. We have to hurry, Otto. Papa told us to be home before 10. I'll collect money. Old man. The young one plays well. Wilma is self-taught, and she writes many of her own songs. What's that you say? She's elf-taught? Do you think I'm daft? I suppose elves made her violin. She taught herself to play. And Papa bought her violin in milk. Oh. Well, here then. Thank you. I'm glad you liked what you heard. Send your sister over, boy. I have something I'd like to discuss with her. Wilma just plays. I collect the money. Yeah, I want to talk to her about playing a little something with me. She plays the violin for money. That's all. Now pay up or shut up. Watch your mouth, twig, or I'll snap you in two. You just try it, huh? Big mouth. Sir, my songs are meant to soothe, not sour. I'm sure Otto, and my papa, and my 3 uncles, would not take kindly to anyone who spoiled the mood. She's right. There are a fearful lot. Oh, Dorfels? Well. Don't you want our money? No, I don't want your dirty money. As you wish. More to buy beer for me. We could have used his money, Otto. Yeah, but he's a little prick. I don't want to take that. I don't recognize him. And he looks like he should have at least some coin on him. This is Professor Caban. He has an offer for Wilma. And what do you want with my sister? Young man, I assure you my intentions are honorable. Oh? I am Arthur Caban. Here is my card. As you see, I'm a professor of musical theory. From Vienna. It was only by chance that Professor Caban stopped at the inn on his way to Salzburg. He was very impressed with Wilma's songs. and told us he would try and arrange a scholarship for her at the institute where he taught. It was a dream come true for her, one our parents could not have paid for. She must have been thrilled at the opportunity. She wasn't, though. Our farm and the village were all she knew. Vienna sounded big and terrifying. What was it like growing up with a prodigy like Wilma? A prodigy? Wilma? She was years older than Mozart. Most girls her age were already married. Okay then. What was it like growing up with your big sister? Well, of course, big sisters are given to younger brothers to tease. Of course. She could hear music even when none was played. I guess it came from inside her. She'd close her eyes and listen, lost to the world. And naturally you were respectful of that. Naturally. Well, no. It was the perfect time to steal her violin and hide it. Perfect. Several years ago. I'll show them that I can play too. It's right there. I just need to wait for the right moment. Careful now. I can hear you, Otto. Don't you try and steal my violin again. Really? I gotta do this again? Notice me if I move while she's humming or playing. Okay. Okay. Otto. I'm telling you, it wasn't easy. It took skill and daring to steal that violin. Where did you hide it? Oh, someplace out of the way, but safe. It didn't want anything to happen. I guess it should be, I didn't want anything to happen to it. Again. Did you take up the harmonica because of your sister? I guess I did in a way. My papa gave it to me. I'm not very good at it. At least not as good as Wilma. There was always music in her. I sense another story. You ask a lot of questions. I'm a journalist. Well, at least I was. There isn't much more to tell. It was after Wilma got her violin. We don't have much. So naturally, I was jealous. Well done. Both of you. Let's sing it again. Wilma, what is it? Did we miss a note? No, you played it as written. We sang it as written. Here we go again. Then what is wrong? Can't you hear it, Papa? This passage here. And now clouds float, clouds. The notes are so boring. But we always sing it like that. I want to sing it the same way. But it's boring. Now hold on, both of you. Papa, you need to play better notes. Can't you hear how exciting it could be? Show me. Me? Don't let her play. Let your sister try, Otto. Fine. It's alright, show us. Like this? That's very good. The notes don't have to be so well matched. Each can have its own life. Aha. Go on, keep playing. Wait. Then we should change what we sing too. Oh? What do you have in mind? I can come up with something too. Let's see. Flowers have sprung. And the clouds are gone. We are sitting with my papa. And my sister is dumb. Otto, you will not sing that. And the bugs have much fun. Alright. You can sing that if you want to. Now, Wilma, play. There. Can you play it like this? No. You're right. The violin is yours, Wilma. Keep it. Play it. Make your music. She trembled, looked down at the violin in her hands. Her eyes were shining. That was the beginning. I wish I had heard her in concert. I wonder when I'll hear another concert. There will always be music, my friend. Even here. 22 kilometers left. Gentlemen, you have done the impossible. You have taken my mind from our destination. I thank you. Not so fast. You were a journalist? You must have a story to tell. Alas, it is a short one. I wanted to write, but my family was against it. A baron's son must naturally be in the military, so I couldn't continue writing. I wish I had a story like one of yours. All four of us are certainly headed for a story of some kind. Although yours will be somewhat different, I think. How do you mean? We three are enlisted men. 5th Army here. The same. 5th Army, yes. Headed for the camp west of the Drina River. But you are an officer. 6th Army, yes. It's that obvious? Not only that, but you boarded the train at Wiener Station. The military academy is there. I suppose it goes without saying, but I'd rather write. Write the stories we've told you. They are a record of a life we may never see again. Write what you see in the coming weeks, months. Someone must write it down so there will never be another war like it. Okay, so this must be times leading up to World War I then, right? I think it will be over soon, don't you? No, I don't. But I agree. Write the stories we told, and if you feel they have value. But write too of the men you lead. Their stories matter even more. Theodore, why did you enlist? Because war is madness. Oh, that makes so much sense. How do wars start? Greed for wealth or land. Fear of those who are not like us, and therefore must mean us harm. Revenge for a zealot's bullet. And do you think you can stop all that? Probably not. Not by myself anyway. But I thought I could at least try. That's the only bad thing about these text games, man. They make me sleepy from talking so much. I know that sounds foolish. Do you mean you have political ambitions? Yes. Who makes the decision to make war? Politicians, not soldiers. If more politicians spent time facing an enemy bayonet to bayonet, maybe they would try harder to find another solution. A solution? Like you did with that photo when your professor was leaving? Instead of lamenting, you took change into your own hands. Precisely. You sound very passionate about this. And naive, I suppose. Your sincerity is obvious. Your professor taught you well. I wouldn't call her disguising herself sincere. I understand why she did it, though, of course. Do you? How do you mean? There might be more truth in that disguise than you can see. I've given it a lot of thought. I want to inspire the people, but I don't know if I can do it. You have courage. I can see it in you. You see more in me than I do. Naturally. Just like Reknizek. How so? Wouldn't you call it brave that your professor took over Netter's classes? Yes, of course. Extraordinarily so. But how am I brave? You have a passion people will respond to. And what if people listened? How do I know that's what I'm proclaiming is what's right? How do I know that what I'm proclaiming is what's right? You're a scientist, are you not? What of it? You can't know you're right, but when there's new data, you adapt your theory. Reknizek did in the duel with Zoller, remember? She could have destroyed his career. But something changed in that lecture hall. She acknowledged his efforts and respected him. Yes, together they accomplished so much more. I wish I could be as sure as you are. You studied mathematics, you understand odds. Of course. I would bet on you. I'm sure your professor would too. It does sound like something she would do. Based on all you've told us, it seems the changes she brought were not just for her, but for everyone. What do you mean by that? She did not focus on her own theories. She changed something in others around her through her teaching. And I can too. Otto, you are going to war to support your family. It's why Wilma left home. Now it's my turn to help. But I have no talents to speak of. It doesn't take much talent to point a rifle and pull the trigger. More than you might think, young man. I tell you this. I'm no coward. I'll be at the front of the charge. Ah, that does not take talent. Yes, your sister had talent, but she did not just waltz on top of the stage. It took time and effort to become who she is now. But in the end, she fled home all the same. All opportunities squandered. I gave my word. I'll fight until my last breath, if I must. Playing the hero. What's wrong with that? You think you're ready for battle? And why not? I'm going to war. You must prepare for what's coming. How did your sister prepare for writing her song? She faced her fears head on. She never accepted any help. But you're not alone on the battlefield. Your comrades in arms must trust you, just like your family trusted in Wilma. That song will remind you of home, of family, friends, loved ones. I won't let them down. You will if you rush headlessly into enemy fire. You cannot be thoughtless. To be thoughtless is to be blind. Blind? I don't understand. Adrenaline will drive you, but never ever let it blind you. You've been in this situation before. Your story, the men at the inn where your sister played. Even though your family would have needed the money, you stood by your principles and your family's honor. You didn't let the anger get the better of you. I was very tempted. Yet you remained calm. You make it sound so easy. It's not. It's the most difficult thing there is. Wilma's choice seemed to have had a great influence on your life. Even watching from the sidelines, I was changed. Will you think about what I've said? Yes, I will. So, Paul, why are you on this train? I'm not interested in hearing your platitudes. You helped me. Let me help you. You can't. Why? Tell me why you're enlisted. I didn't, Lieutenant. I was drafted. We're almost there. Then I must change. My men must see me in uniform. We're coming to the station. Where's Paul? He left just after you did. I think he probably just jumped. I don't think he'll be joining us at the front. He won't. If he gets shot deserting. He must still be on the train, though. I will go and look for him. Okay, so we're just going to keep walking, because I'm sure it's probably the last option. Paul won't have jumped off a moving train. Let's check this one. Excuse me. It's not in there. Sorry. It's not in there. Did anybody pass through here? What? Sir, no, sir. Right. Remain vigilant, soldier. Sir, yes, sir. Yeah, you're asleep, bro. Paul? You're leaving us? Are you going to try and stop me? You don't think much of yourself, do you? My turn to get psychoanalyzed, Dr. Freud. It doesn't take a Freud to know you. I'll die out there. Maybe. Maybe we all will. But if you run now and you're caught, no maybes. You will die. I have escaped the police for years. They won't catch me this time either. This time it won't be just the police looking for you. It will become a manhunt. You can't escape that. What makes you think you know me, son of a baron? We are all questioning ourselves, aren't we? But think about it. Copy Markert one last time. He didn't shy away from challenge. But even he didn't dare paint his greatest critic. The train is slowing. Will you sound the alarm? No, it's your decision. We were right. You will make a good leader. I'll do my best. Please leave me now. I have a decision to make. I'm glad you reconsidered, Paul. Gentlemen, we go to different battles, but I would be proud to have you in my command. I will do everything in my power not to fail my men. If I fail them, I would be failing you. My name is Albert Vogel. Everyone calls me Bert. Otto Dorfel. Paul Weber. Theodore Lechner. Interesting. I'm assuming that's the end? In 1914, shortly after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, men were drafted. It was the beginning of the First World War. Otto went to war to defend his family and his country, but he got to see his parents again. Paul stopped running away. Committing to something for the first time in his life, he returned to Freda, which is the governess for Nicole. And a few years later, that commitment turned into a small, happy family. In the 4 years of war, something inside of Theodore changed. Pursuing a career in politics, he swore to prevent another war at all costs. For a short amount of time, Wilma's music was a huge success. She was the darling of all Vienna. Her life in Vienna never matched her dreams. After too many disappointments, she returned home. Her broken heart never mended. One late autumn afternoon, a woman stopped into Leos Potany's inn. She sat down silently. When asked what she'd like to have, she smiled and answered, "A plate of your world-famous dumplings, Leos." So she finally went to go visit him. The music that brightened the early years of the 20th century fell silent after the outbreak of the war. Franz Marquardt must have done something to change his grandfather's mind. He began climbing again soon after his grandson's success. Franz became a central member of a new art movement in Vienna. His unique view of the world inspired many across all disciplines. Franz was drafted 1 year after the war broke out. In the brief quiet before dawn, he drew the layers of his comrades. In 1918, Gustav Klimt died, marking the end of an era. Emma Reknezek moved to the United Kingdom, accepting an offer to become lecturer for mathematics at a university in Yorkshire. Throughout the 20th century, many scientific discoveries were credited to Emma's proof of the Reknezek state. I wonder if this is like all based off of real people. Emma kept writing to Nicole for the rest of her life. Nicole found she didn't hate quite as many things as she used to. During the war, the University of Vienna was transformed into a military hospital. But lessons continued to be learned wherever students and their teachers could meet. The First World War came to an end in 1918. The total number of military and civilian casualties amounted to more than 38 million lives. Wow. Okay. That was a very interesting ending, to say the least. Not what I anticipated at all. Okay. So these are the actual credits. I'm assuming it's not going to be a super long credit cycle. Let's go back to the main menu. I mean, we're basically done with the game already, so... wow. Okay. Can we look at our decisions? 44% didn't take the money. 14 were also able to escape the police, so most people were not. 78% used snap bangs at the market. 40% also encouraged all the men, and 57 of all soldiers mobilized in World War I. Oh wow, that's just a regular statistic. 57% of all soldiers mobilized in World War I were casualties. Wow. So nearly 6 out of 10, if you enlisted, you were gonna die in World War I. That's crazy. Wow. So very impressive game. Not what I was anticipating at all. Definitely not up until the last episode. I thought it was, everything was just well constructed and everything else. But if there's some truth to any of this game, I mean, that's really cool. I'm impressed by it. Let me know what you guys think. As always, leave a like, leave a comment down below. I tend to respond to every single one that I can. And subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And I'm not sure exactly what game we're going to be playing in the next series, but I do have several lined up, several in mind. But thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel and being here so far. So thank you again, and I will see you guys in the next series. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.